Well, good morning. Welcome to another session of $5 in the World. I've been off the channel for 2 months, mostly because I was working on a play. And then, cautionary tale, got out of the habit, and it was harder to get back in the habit of writing and posting than I thought it would be. And I should have known better because I know how habits work. That's a big part of what we talk about in this book is establishing life affirming habits and living up to a mindset that serves us well. And I just was reminded over the last 2 months of how important that really is. Now the play was successful. It was a lot of fun. A lot of great things happened. But going through that and then taking a little longer to get started back up with this again than I wanted to was a good reminder of all the principles that I'm writing about. So, kind of physician heal thyself kind of thing. So, I'm going to do a short one today to get back in the swing of things. This is called Let's Go for a Drive. I'm just going to get right into it. See if you like the revised version. Love your comments and feedback whenever you get a chance to provide it. Communication mattered a great deal to Dad. He believed that everything meaningful between people required effective communication. While the impulse to shut down during a difficult time feels both powerful and right, he understood that it was in crisis when people most needed to communicate to stay connected. Another way people find themselves isolated comes from their reactions to disagreements and different perspectives. It's not uncommon for people to end relationships over these differences. The idea of cutting a person out of his life over differences of opinion proved to be a rare choice for Dad. He applied his creativity and intuition to find a point of connectivity with an alienated person. His goal would be a closer connection, a better understanding. He did not see a conflict as the end of a relationship, it was the beginning of the process of resolution. Effective conflict resolution requires particular elements to end up successful. The right words at the right time, or discernment, will keep the discussion alive. Keeping an open mind and a spirit of curiosity about the other person's perspective help hold down the contentiousness of the discussion. It is critical that clarity about the respective positions is achieved. Dad developed tremendous skills in these areas of emotional intelligence. My dad had a clear sense of what he believed and why he believed it. At the same time, he was rarely dogmatic about his views. Since he had clarity about his beliefs, he could focus on gaining understanding of the other person's thinking. He would ask questions, challenge assumptions, and demonstrate a sincerity in wanting to hear what the other person had to say. It is no wonder he got so good at communication. His parents fostered dialogue in their home, and he learned how to make a living by thinking well on his feet. Almost every job he ever had involved some degree of listening and persuading. It wasn't just his professional life that communicating at a high level served him. In his personal relationships, he made each one richer because of his wisdom and his listening. When Dad wanted to have a chat with one of us and it needed to be private, he would say, "Let's take a drive." He would use this when he had something on his mind and also when he thought one of us was carrying a burden. He developed a good sense for when somebody was unsettled and not reaching out for help. Many people I talked to about this expression, "let's go for a drive," had confirmed that he used it with them too. Fortunately, it was not as ominous to hear this. Excuse me. Fortunately, it was not as ominous to hear him say this as it was in the mobster movies. He did not have a hit in mind when he suggested a drive. He just wanted some undistracted one on one time to share his thoughts about an issue or to draw out the inner conflict one of us seemed to be dealing with in the moment. I think one reason he liked the setting of the car was related to his days as a cab driver. I also know that his dad would use the same approach whenever he needed to instigate a conversation. My dad and I took several of these drives when I was in my partying days in high school and college. Dad feared the lifestyle I had chosen. He had learned to hate booze. He had learned to hate what booze could do to a person's life and character. He rejected the option of alienation between us over my choices, so he did whatever he could think of to keep us talking, staying connected. He would offer advice, let me vent. Sometimes he shared an issue he was having. It always ended up with him putting gas in my car, and not never did I not feel better for having taken that drive. This spending time with Dad became my job. He hired me to drive him around the state during my summer vacations in my high school years. We would be on the road together for 2 or 3 days at a time. I got to see him in action in his career. He managed a lot of people, personalities, and circumstances. I learned so much just from being around him. More importantly, I stayed close to him and the family through these years of my poor choices and reckless behavior. He shared this level of grace and patience with everybody. The people I talked to about this practice shared that he made an impact on their lives with the things he shared, the way he listened. My brother and I joked that we have a whole bunch of step siblings. People thought of Dad as a father figure to them. For the record, just about as many people thought of our mom with equal warmth and gratitude. He had so many responsibilities and challenges in his life as I was growing up, and he still made a point of taking time to connect. He believed in investing time and energy into people. He had a boundless optimism that helping people to become their best was something he could do, and he never tired of trying to accomplish that. His willingness to listen and to share what he knew combined to help countless people to elevate their lives and to enhance their characters. He treasured connection over convenience, caring over complacency. These drive arounds highlighted his values. Communication is crucial. Make time for people that matter to you. If you're thinking about it, talk about it. Seek to understand. Don't let things fester. Every drive proved to be a masterclass of communication and relationship building, at least from his side of the car. Relationships take effort and good faith. Driving around and talking may not be the way you prefer to have a conversation. I do know that each of us needs to have a way to set up those important conversations with the people in our lives. It could be on a long walk, in a favorite coffee shop, or at the pub. The where matters less than the what and the how. He did not wait for others to make the first move. If it was on his mind, then he would make the effort to get the talking started. Don't waste time waiting when so much can be resolved by starting. Take that drive and have that talk. Thank you for listening, and I will be back this coming weekend with another chapter from $5 in the World, the revisions. Thanks again. God's peace, and I'll see you soon. Don't hesitate to comment, like, and share, and I look forward to seeing what your feedback is like.